Hey folks, fWhip here, and welcome back to the hardcore Minecraft world. We are currently sitting inside of my brand new Castle Throne Room. Thank you all so very much for the support on last episode. This has been one of my favorite builds that I have come up with all year so far, and all of the positive comments last time just made me so absolutely happy. Today we continue pushing forward on the castle as I want to connect the throne room to the rest of what we have going on so far. If you're excited for today's episode, please be sure to click that like button down below and subscribe if you want to see more of this stuff in the future. But we've got this big old gap right over here where I want to fill us up with some amazing structures here today. I'm thinking since we have the castle throne room with a bit of a feast hall action going on, we need to throw a kitchen in here and maybe a garden of sorts where they can produce some small amounts of things in the castle, like the herbs that they're using for the cooking. We don't have a place for any people to live or sleep or anything like that, so I think we can also connect in a large barracks structure in here. So we got two big builds coming up today, so I'm super duper excited for that. Now, I've got a lot of leftover junk from the last episode in my inventory right now that I need to throw inside of our tiny storage room, but a lot of y'all had some great ideas of expanding this storage room that I kind of built out jokingly in the castle and actually turning that into our big old storage room, so I think we might have to move forward with that here. But just look at all of this random junk that we have. The shulker box monster is very quickly growing with things like a random bell. Why do I have a bell? I don't know. Now, before we get into the castle project, there's a little bit of work I want to do around the farmlands. I haven't spent too much time working on the fields for quite a while now, and I really feel like I've been neglecting it. One thing I've been constantly wanting to do is really just keep having ever-growing farmland around this entire hardcore world. That also helps to spawn-proof the base a little bit here. So I figured coming back over to the granary building that we made at the start of 1.17, that guy right there, where the copper is finally starting to age down pretty well, I wanted to come over here and add in a few more fields. Now, in the last episode, you all left some amazing suggestions on what I can use all of that stone and cobblestone I've been sitting on for, and well, I've decided that just doing random little terraforming projects around the base above the overworld here, come on, please be the last one, yes, there we go, seems like a pretty good way to go, as a lot of you mentioned doing stuff like cliffs and waterfalls and just mini mountains and hills and stuff that have rocky faces to them. The reason I bring that up, though, is I made this little tree line all the way across this hill, which I really love. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. Mr. Creeper, you do not look so fantastic. Yeah, you guys hide back there. Hide and cower in fear from me. But anyways, back to what we were talking about. We have this really cool cliff right over here. Well, floating dirt, I should say. Not so much a cliff. You could fall off of it, but it's kind of hollow underneath here. So I figured we could plant some fields over here, get this cliff cleaned up, and turned around into something actually super duper cool. And a perfect space to bring the pathway right down is going to be right throughout here along the edge of the pond. Now y'all know how I like to do the whole farmland expansion. It is time for a montage. And there we have it, my friends. 3 more fields added in over here to try and make up a little bit for the last few episodes that we haven't really added them in. So we got the giant peony field over here, and we've got the giant field of the rose bushes right back in here, and I absolutely love them. And of course, one more tiny potato field, because why not? And then back over here, if you caught it during the little time-lapsey section of the montage, is I've got the cliff finished up, which is super duper cool. And there's a little water section over here that was already kind of popping out of the cliff. So I was just like, you know what? Waterfall. Just make it a waterfall. Brought it up a few blocks and gave itself a little pool. We've got a lot more space out here in the Plains Biome. So if you want to see how many fields we add in, be sure to subscribe, my friends. And potential village transformation back there. We do have a path to it now. But what I was thinking next is I wanted to start smelting down a bunch of clay because I don't have a mesa yet. So the only way that I can currently get terracotta to build this stuff over here is I need clay. We've got the raid farm to give ourselves a little bit of clay every now and then. But as you can see, okay, never mind. All of these have a full stack of coal in them. Yep, there's even some more left over in there. But that was after we took down a giant pillar of coal in the last episode because we're running out. Over here, we have 5 coal, and we have no coal ore that I can see in there. What I'm trying to get at here is we need a fuel source. And I was thinking the jungle, since it's right here behind us, we haven't touched the jungle at all so far, and it could be a great way to get a fuel source rocking with a giant bamboo farm. All we need to do is get a few flying machines going across a giant field of bamboo, which I randomly a while ago cleared out this strip of land back here, so I thought that'd be an absolutely perfect place to just fill with a bunch of bamboo. I'm gonna get it cleared out for now so we can actually see how much stuff we have going on in here, and then we can start messing around with the farm. After gathering up many oak leaves from this thing, this is going to be absolutely perfect because we need to actually make the walls out of leaves here too, so it's a good thing that I grabbed those. But this is the maximum width that we can use on a flying machine, and I'm thinking we go with the same or similar design that I did back in Hardcore Season 1 just because it worked really well, and we send it back just, it really doesn't matter how long. Flying machines will go forever until they hit a stopping point, so we can make it from, I'm thinking the exact edge of the jungle, so right about out here, starting to lay down a little bit of a line out of the oak leaf so we know how far over we need to be going, and filling this entire middle area with a whole layer of grass in there, and then we're gonna need a whole layer of bamboo covering the entire base. Ooh, it's gonna be a lot. I'm gonna take this lone bamboo here as a sign of we need to stop before it so we can have him still standing here tall and strong in front of the rest of the bamboo as it's constantly being mowed down. We're not the bad guys in Minecraft, right? It's the creepers. The creepers are the bad guys, right? Definitely not the players. Yeah? Okay. Now, the only way to make this farm truly lossless is to put an entire glass box or leaf box of some sorts going all the way around this thing, and I don't care enough to do that. To be honest, just absolutely don't care. So instead, to save ourselves a little bit of time, I'm just going to bring the leaves up to being a pretty tall hedge here of 4 blocks tall, going all the way on these sides, and then at the front and then the back, we can make it a little bit taller, seeing as that's just looking into the jungle where it's all green anyway, so it really doesn't matter too much, but the front might be a tad bit lower. At this point in time, it's just looking like a very long tennis court or a very skinny soccer field of sorts. So I'm thinking the next thing we work on is going to be the ball, or well, the flying machine that'd be flying all the way back and forth, so we can really move forward with the fantasy of this being a tennis court. I've got pretty much everything I need, except I got to make these pistons into sticky pistons over here. So we've got the slime farm for ourselves, and I don't think I made a drop chute to get myself down underground. Nope, no I did not. Down into the mines we go. Water's there, good. I've not been down here for quite a while since trying to dig out that slime chunk, but hopefully we can find the dude. I think he's right down here. Let's see, are we gonna be any lucky today? Whoop, that might be able to do it. We've got our 2 sticky pistons, and I just need 16 slime balls. Well, slime blocks, I should say, and 18, perfect. There we go. Now, I want to make sure this blends in pretty well with the jungle. Thankfully, the slime being all of the green is going to do a great job of that. And then just bringing the other line right back over in there. We just need to throw a sticky piston and sticky piston. And before we do anything else, I need to get observers on both those points facing upwards. But we need to figure out where the heck we're going to be receiving this thing at. So I believe if we do something right like here, we can get an observer that's going to be looking at these guys, and then right over here next to the observer, we need a furnace so it doesn't try and push through this section. Taking a step back here and actually moving that stuff all up another block, it'll be totally fine. Yep, definitely know what I'm doing. This is foolproof. Absolutely foolproof over here. It's like watching a professional at work. Yep, there we go. I believe I've done that section right. Yeah, we'll find out soon. Now receiving all the way back over here. Yes? Yes. See, it's like its own little tennis ball firing machine. This just needs to be a dispenser looking that way. Oh, we really are going with a tennis court. Now, all I should need to do here is place in this trapdoor. And we're off. Serve. Do they return for the volley? We will find out here. Yes, it is. It is good, my friends. It is good. slowest game of tennis I think I've ever seen, my friends. Holy cow, these guys can't even catch up to me and I'm barely walking. And back it goes. Okay, love it. Absolutely amazing. Now to stop this thing for now, all I'm gonna do is throw a little lever right there, and when this dude comes back, they'll just rest here, like this. Next up, grabbing all the bamboo I have, and hopefully this will be enough to fill the area. Oh, I'm out. Man, I thought that was definitely gonna be enough bamboo to get me all the way there. Oh, so close. But this is turning into being an absurdly large bamboo farm. Okay, do we have any in here that I could nab real quick? I do find it funny how I'm out here searching the jungle for bamboo when I literally just planted down hundreds of them at my bamboo farm. Also, y'all told me a long time ago that this right here, jungle edge biome, apparently one of the rarest biomes in Minecraft. Well, that's pretty cool. I don't know what to do with it, but it's pretty cool. There it is, rare Minecraft biome in all of its glory. Okay, moving on. I'm gonna let the farm grow itself up here for a little while because we gotta move forward with the next step, my friends, of we need to get hopper minecarts running underneath this entire strip of land. Do not worry, my friends, for the mole is on the case. My one downfall, 2 tall areas. The mole mission has been an absolute success. We now have a giant area cleared out under here. It's a good thing we've got a super overkill iron farm, so I'm all ready to go and make it a bunch of rails. Gold, on the other hand, I hope this is enough. Okay, maybe I really do need to get that gold farm built up here pretty soon. This is, we're running out of this stuff here pretty quick. 3 stacks though, I hope that'll do it. The plan here, since this thing is pretty long, I think it's a little over 50 blocks long at this point in time, I think we're gonna be doing 8 different minecart collection systems down here just because this thing is, ridiculously long. I think if we do 8, that's going to be an up and a back for every single minecart, and that should be pretty good, so you can just do these little loops going around the entire place. I'll set up little collection systems down here later, but right now this is actually the pretty easy section of I just got to get all of the rails in place. Mole Man round 2 is a go. I've just now realized that I built 2 of these things and I probably should test it before we actually, do anything else with them. So I've got myself a little hopper minecart right over here, and we throw some jungle planks, throw the hopper minecart right down there, and then we power this dude with a block of redstone. Now we can know if it's actually going to work, which it looks like it is. I added a bunch of powered rails because I want these things to be flying. Perfect. And here we go. We're finally done. I only had to refill up on rails once, but everything is in place now. I just need to make a bunch of hopper minecarts, get the little collection systems in here, a lot more hoppers. Ooh, yeah, a lot more hoppers. And then I have to wire this all up together, I think. Yeah. So we would fly right on over here, and I want to verify and make sure this thing actually works for ourselves, and we would flip this guy. And it's working. It's working pretty well there, my friends. Oh my god, there's 1,500 pieces of bamboo on my screen right now. Why did I do this when I don't even... Did it break? No. What is going on? Oh god, I think we just broke Minecraft. Am I gonna lag out my entire game and probably die because this thing is running? Yep, but it's working. The tennis ball has been returned. Many stacks of wood and iron have went into this now, my friends, and check it out. We have the completed storage system down here. It's already did one little quick test run on it, and you can see a lot of bamboo in the empty chest. Right in there. There we go. Yep. I decided to change it so that instead of having them all going around one side, because I figured it would back up like crazy, we have 3 separate modules going in, but then by default, if it goes all the way around, it can still fill up all the way to there. So I think it should be really good if we have that set up. Now I've set this guy up over here, and I don't know how to do this in a simpler way, but this is working, so I'm totally cool with it. If we flip this lever right here, you'll see all of these extend, which will then activate the minecarts down here because that completes that little system. And then this will also send everything all the way up here. And our flying machine goes off and does its thing. Oh, that looks so good with all the minecarts coming in there. Oh my gosh, this is a finished bamboo farm. We're going to have all of the fuel that we could possibly need, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. Just kidding, I'm really not sure where this issue is coming into play here, but I'm seeing a bit of a problem right now with all of these hoppers. It might be that they're moving too quickly. I might need to point those hoppers forwards. I'll try that here in a little bit. But for now, my friends, I think I've had absolutely enough time messing around with the bamboo farm. What I wanted to tackle today was the castle project and get that stuff rocking over here. And I'm very much in the mood to do some really cool building stuff instead of rubbing my few brain cells together and trying to redstone, as some people like to say. So without any further ado, my friends, let's cut off into good old-fashioned time-lapse mode and build up the castle kitchen. Finally, my friends, we have something filling in the gap over here. Did not have enough materials to get this whole guy over there assembled quite yet, but we've got the amazing little kitchen up here, and I love it so very much. We've got this area down here where I plan to put a few little fields, and I think I might extend it out a little bit further so we can have that train almost coming right across here. A little tiny retaining wall, and then I want to put some rampartsy sections right along the base of this, so it kind of connects a little bit lower than those windows, which will be super duper cool. But coming to the inside is my absolute favorite part so far. We've got the kitchen assembled right over there, and we've got a cold storage room right back in here. I love the cobbled blackstone tile floor down here that we got, or just cobbled blackstone floor. And then we've got a nice little entrance into the dining room that is the throne room, feast hall, and everything like that, so they can slide in and out super duper easily. And I was thinking, if we were to come right down here, where does this open us up to? Okay, maybe not there, but right here in the corner? That could work out really well for having a lower doorway to get in as well. Oh, I love that. That's gonna be awesome. We'll decorate this area soon enough, my friends, but we've got the upper section too that I decided to have a separate entrance around the side so it would look cooler. We've got some nice windows overlooking the courtyard over there, and we've got the defensive area right over here where the guards can stand and shoot out at whoever might be attacking from this way across the mountains. But all in all, it is looking super duper cool, and we've got these few windows in here that I was thinking we could come along and add a few trees in front of just so we can have a little bit of room for ourselves. And I'm thinking if we go, it's gonna be really tight in here. I want to have 3 trees if we can, but I don't want them to feel like they're just running right into each other. So this will give us ourselves an airspace and an airspace, and that'll be perfect. Trying to make sure they don't ride up too far on the castle walls and really overshadow that whole thing up there. I think we can go ahead and just throw some of our acacia leaves on these guys and get something really cool in here. I do love this little tree design since it is absolutely so simple, but I think it does such a good job. Such an absolutely amazing job of just filling a space with a tall little skinny tree. You don't really have to worry about too much. So something right like in there for one of the trees. Now I just need 2 more. And I love that. Oh, that is looking really, really cool up there. I love the little bit of space. I think I need a few flowers and things in the middle. Maybe we just get a few of those guys, which I think I have a few extras in here. Perfect, I do. And we just throw them right along the front so it looks like a nice little flower bed. That could be really cool. And we did just plant a gigantic field over here of all of these flowers too, so we might as well bone meal a few of them and throw them in too. We don't have too much space in here to throw a lot of the flowers, so I grabbed some peonies as well as some rose bushes, and I think we might just be alternating peonies all the way across where we can, and then whatever gaps we have, we just fill in with some rose bushes, and I think maybe getting rid of these trapdoors might be a good call. I really love the color we were getting off of the warp trapdoors being back here, so I'm thinking we go right across where the top of those windows would be and just add them as a solid line. Could look pretty fun. Oh man, I love that. That's looking really, really cool from back there. I think we got to move forward with getting some resources to build this whole section over here. So my friends, it's a tree chopping time for me. We've got enough bricks and everything to go. I just ran out of wood. And so I did. We chopped down all of the spruce trees and dark oak trees in the area. Then I decided it was time to run off into the jungle and chop down a bunch more jungle trees because we definitely use quite a little bit of that here. But it's fine. Now back over in the area, I want to smelt down quite a few stacks of clay right here. So that should be 8 of them right there for ourselves. We can throw that in the top chest. And then I had the idea for the fuel chest down here just to make things a little bit easier for ourselves is we can start to use some hoppers to move a bunch of items into this chest at once with using a bunch of shulker boxes as well. Mainly for this lovely stuff right over here at the brand new bamboo farm. I'm hoping we have enough to get 3 shulker boxes out of it, but we'll see. Oh, we're totally gonna have enough. I don't know if it's worthwhile to turn the bamboo into sticks, but right now I don't really care because we have so much of the stuff in running this thing once for a total of like 3 sweeps back and forth and just collecting all of that, we have almost 6 shulker boxes worth of bamboo ready to throw into the smelter. So then we place all the shulker boxes right here. They should all be slowly emptying down into this big guy, which will then very quickly empty into this minecart hopper. Now all we gotta do is flippy flip. Or fWhippy fWhip. Huh? Okay, I'll go back to playing the new build. I've acquired a bunch of freshly roasted terracotta over here, and it's gonna be put straight back into use in this here barracks, my friends, and I've got a plan in mind. I've got a plan, and now it's just gotta do the plan. Okay, the easy part's done. Now, the hard part of actually building this thing, so let's go ahead and kick this off in a good old-fashioned time-lapse mode, round 2. There we have it, my friends. We've got the brand new barracks in here now, and apparently a freshly slain or burned zombie standing right over here. I didn't even go with adding in the floor in here because I'm running out a little bit of time to get this video done. And oh my gosh, I think the inside of this one is going to be so much fun to decorate, but that could be a whole episode in itself. Decorating out the kitchen, decorating out the barracks, and even finishing up the entire landscaping along this edge so you know we actually touch ground over on this side because, well, we lost that again. All right, skelly bobs and spiders over here, you do not get to belong in the castle. This is a no mob zone. Speaking of the no mob zone, however, is I realized while building this entire thing that the entire wall that we've been creating around this place, running away for now, is not mob proof. It's not mob proof at all. Along every single one of these upside down stairs, that is a spawnable space. So I'm going to quickly run around on top of all of these. I hope I have enough pressure plates to do it. And we just got to add them right on here. And I think it's actually going to give a cool little extra lip there with being that extra pixel high. Apparently I don't have a granite slab for that. Now we do. Adding the last 2 pressure plates here along the front, my friends, and we're going to be all done with adding these things in throughout the place. And holy cow, walking around the entire castle has made me realize how absolutely massive this is so far, and I can't wait to come back in here and add so much more life to it than just these empty buildings and make this a full functioning place. But the last buildings we have over here is this guy, a little bit of a tower, and another long skinny building right along here before we build the bridge to get to the second island, I guess we're calling it, of the 2 islands for this castle here. But that means, my friends, I think this is going to be a general's quarters or something like that, and all the people that work for them would be living inside there as well for all their attendants and everything along those lines, which will be super duper cool to get set up. But holy cow, this build has been absolutely awesome. Now, my friends, it's time for a little bit of eye candy. We started today's journey with literally nothing out here, and that turned into this absolutely insanely cool new kitchen area and barracks and a fully completed castle all the way up to our feast room. I absolutely love the view up here with the new trees inside as well. And we had to add those in, of course, because after we finished up the kitchen, it was still very blank and empty. And thankfully from there, we were able to include the barracks, which is just looking so dang good. Being able to walk throughout this area just feels so alive. Oh my gosh, it's happened after all that time working on the brand new area. We have areas that have oxidized on the copper. Check that out. We're working towards the green here in the center, my friends. But thank you all so very much for watching today's episode. If you did enjoy, please be sure to click that like button down below. This was a heck of a lot of work, so I really do appreciate your support on this as well here. And if you're brand new, please be sure to consider subscribing. But my friends, that is going to have to do it for today. I am way out of time here, and I want to make sure I'm getting this video out to y'all on time. So thank you so very much for watching this point in time. If you enjoyed today's video, please be sure to let me know down in the comments below. I tried a bunch of new things today, so I'm really curious to know what y'all think about that one. But without any further ado, I will catch you on the flip side.